It is almost 12 o'clock and the vlog is going up. I don't know. Everything's just going way up late today. I actually edited and rendered the vlog today instead of doing it yesterday. Yesterday was an okay day, but it was also a huge catastrophe. And here's why. We went to the bouncy castle place and all that shit, and on the way there we made a pit stop at a gas station. The other kid, Noah, his mom's, Diana, she needed to go in and buy some cigarettes and stuff. And at that point, I felt like, I felt that the panic attacks were about to, that I was about to get a panic attack. So instead of just saying, because we decided to go to the bouncy castle place in my hometown, instead of taking the one that's in this town here. And instead of me just opening my goddamn mouth and saying, hey, could we please just take the bouncy castle place in this town instead, because I'm not feeling all that well. I pressured myself and didn't say a thing. So we went there and I got panic attack after panic attack after panic attack. That happened like after we'd been there for an hour and a half. So eventually I just, acted like nothing happened. Eventually I told Diana that I wasn't feeling well. And I think we were at the bouncy castle place for like 3 hours or so, and then we went home. Even after, normally when I get home, when I've been feeling like, when I've had panic attacks and shit like that, when I get home, it kind of wears off and I'm just really tired afterwards. But that didn't happen. They got worse after we got home, and I don't know why. Well, I have a theory as to why, but I'm not gonna go too much into it in the vlog because I don't want it to be all about, oh, they had panic attacks and shit. They did. I knew that I eventually would be feeling better and shit like that. And I was still, like, when we got home, I was still playing with the kids, so on and so forth, right? And, I could still do what I needed to do, even though I was feeling like shit, right? Because that's what we do. When you're a parent, it doesn't matter if you feel like shit or if it doesn't really matter. If you have a broken leg or whatever, you want to be a parent. You do what you're supposed to do, right? So, I could still take care of both Victoria and Noah and stuff like that. But Diana, she was like, oh my god, are you feeling well? She was like a little worried about me, I guess, because she hadn't seen stuff like that before. It's like, yeah, it's fine, I was like, yeah, I'm fine. It's gonna pass over again. It's not, I've tried it many times before. I've been struggling with this shit for like 10 years. So it's not that big of a deal. Actually more than 10 years, but whatever. A little over 10 years. But then she asked, like, at one point she was asking, well, the whole point was that the kids was just, gonna have a sleepover. It doesn't matter if it's here or if it was at her place, right? So she eventually asked, like, well, should I take the kids with me then? I mean, is that something that you would want? I was like, no, this is perfectly fine. We can just watch some Disney movies, play the Wii, get some snacks in on the table, just relax and have fun. And that's, I mean, I can do all these kind of things even though I feel sick and I have these panic attacks and whatnot. At one point I was like, well, ask the kids what they want. I mean, Victoria, she might not want to go somewhere else, and if she doesn't want to go somewhere else, then she's not going anywhere else. But we can ask the kids what they say. If they want to stay here, then they can stay here, and everything is just gonna be fine dandy. But if they want to go with you and they want to, just go to a new place, sort of say, then then it's up to the kids. They asked the kids, and the kids were fine with it. So Diana, she took Victoria with her, and after that I was so fucking tired. I stayed up and I talked to Scasius and Inky a little bit about this whole thing, because I was beating myself down about all this stuff. I always do. When I have a panic attack and I get you know, sick because of my illness, I always beat myself up about it. And I know that I would have been able to just have the kids and do what I normally do with Victoria and also with Noah here, regardless of how I felt, you know, whether or not I was sick, right? So, but I was beating myself up about, I beat myself up about the fact that you know, when I get the panic attacks, I go like, God damn it, Saber, get your shit together, you know, this is fucking silly, stop being a wuss, blah 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 blah, all this shit. But you know, I can't control that. I do know that, but I still beat myself up about it. And I was having this long talk with Scasius and Inky about it yesterday, and it is nice. You know, Scas and Inky, you know, well, I know you guys are gonna watch this at some point, but yeah, Scas and Inky, they're fucking awesome people. Awesome people. I enjoy talking to them, and I think they enjoy, you know, when they have shit, they can come to me about it as well when they beat themselves up about shit with their kids and stuff like that. And it's always because when you ask someone that is not, you know, at their house, or if I ask someone that's not from around here, they can kind of like see it from an outside perspective, and I can do the same with them, and then they can be like, dude, don't fucking beat yourself up about shit you can't do anything about, blah 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 blah. You know, it's not like anyone got hurt. That is true. I mean, no one would have gotten hurt, not even if the kids would have been here, and that's true. But having said that, we still do it. We still beat ourselves up about it. But after I talked to Scas and Inky yesterday, I'm not gonna beat myself up about these things. Well, not the incident yesterday at least. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. The thing is, I've been looking forward to having both the kids here and just having a blast with them, just fucking watching some cartoons with them. I'll play some Wii, have some fun, and yeah. But that didn't happen. So, but you know, Noah's mom was awesome about this whole thing. She was like, "Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry. You know, next time you get Victoria home, you can get Noah down, and then you can do that whole thing with him." So that's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. There's Victoria. Victoria. She got that in her Happy Meal yesterday. On the way home, we went by McDonald's. She got a Happy Meal and that in the Happy Meal, right? Ah, God damn it! Not on the lens! God damn it! Not on the lens! Not on the lens! Grab your legs! Grab your legs! Grab them leggies! Gimme! Blah blah blah! Blah blah blah! Oh, I missed her last night. I missed her so much last night. So fucking much. At one point I was looking into the bedrooms like, huh? The door's open. Oh yeah, right, Victoria isn't there. Felt really weird. And I was, that's another thing I was talking to Scas and Inky about yesterday. It was like, I can't remember the last time that, you know, someone else had Victoria in my time, you know, in my time with Victoria. I think that's over, like, it's approximately a year and a half ago that I had to go to something that involved drinking tons of beers and stuff with some, you know, some really close friends. I think it was a birthday or something, I don't know. But yeah, then Victoria's grandparents had Victoria for the weekend. But other than that, I haven't, you know, I treasure the time I have with Victoria. Therefore, I don't send Victoria elsewhere like someone else does. Not mentioning anything about that. I did not mention anything about that just yet. But yeah. Flushed away. Flushed away. Now you knew I was coming for you. You knew I was coming for you. Oh shit, Victoria? Victoria lost her tooth yesterday, guys. Victoria lost her tooth. Big girl, huh? And the toy in the middle of the frame. That's cute. Oh! Did you just fart? Uh-oh! Oh my gosh, you totally just farted. Kids. Kids. Oh yeah, guys. I was talking to Dante yesterday, and him and me were gonna be playing together as well on the beta weekend here in Guild Wars 2. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. We're both gonna be streaming, so people can open both streams if they want to, and just go back and forth if they want to watch. I mean, obviously, Dante's gonna be playing a warrior. I'm probably gonna be playing a guardian. I don't know how many other people are gonna be joining us for that, so I don't know. See, I've promised a few people that I might be able to play with them on the beta weekend, and I might not be able to keep that promise because of the amount of time that we're gonna be putting into the beta weekend. So yeah, we'll see once the beta weekend hits here on Friday, and yeah. Well, we'll see. But at least both me and Dante and Carno and whoever on Dante's side is going to be playing with him. We're all going to be playing and leveling up together, which is going to be fun as hell. And both of us are going to be streaming it. Now, Silkworm, a guy on my live stream, he sent me a PM on Facebook, and he had a beta key for a game called Raiders, which is gonna be in closed beta from the 8th of August. Now, I don't know if there's any NDA on that stuff, and I don't know if I'm allowed to talk anything about the game, to be honest. All I can tell you guys then, before I know, is that I will be testing the game out. If there's no NDA, I will be streaming it. It is gonna be a free-to-play MMO. It looks interesting. It's an open world MMO from what I can see. So it's not gonna be like C9 where it's like you're in this town, you pick up quests, and then you go through portals to get into a dungeon, and that's it. So where it's not an open world MMO. So this is gonna be an actual MMO, and it's gonna be free to play. So I'm gonna be testing that out, seeing what that has to offer. And I'm enjoying this so much, guys. I'm enjoying the fact that I've been able and I've been given the opportunity to beta test all these games. It is fucking amazing. It is really, really amazing. So yeah, big shout out to Silkworm for handing me that beta key. If you guys come across any other games that are gonna be in beta or whatever, and you get your hands on extra beta keys or whatever, or know how I can get my hands on some beta keys for some of the new games, let me know, because I really like beta testing these games. I really, really, really liked it, doing all this. Because it really gives me insight into what is gonna, you know, be released on the market. Even though some of them are free to play, they're probably gonna have microtransactions and so on and so forth. Hence why we still say it's on the market, right? Because people can still buy stuff for the game, or buy a version of the game and get a ton of stuff unlocked. But yeah, beta testing that as well. That's gonna start in August. Which is a good time, because, you know, in between waiting for the Guild Wars 2 launch, I'll have another game to beta test. And if Blizzard haven't gotten their fucking game fixed, the beta fixed, then at least I have that to play and at least test it. If it's bullshit, I won't be streaming it a whole lot. But I'll probably give it a chance, just stream it for a couple of days, see what happens, and see how the game is, if I'm allowed to stream it. Like I said, I don't know if there's any NDA on it. So yeah, but that's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to being able to test that at least. But Victoria and me, we're heading out now. I have to make a pit stop to the bank. Remember when I bought that extra hard drive, and you know, that one store kind of like, oh, we can't charge you off your MasterCard. It seems like the amount is still reserved in my bank. So we're gonna go by the bank and see what the hell's going on with that. Because that amount should not be reserved at all. I don't want to have fucking 800 Danish reserved. That's fucking stupid. And a new cap, which I'm not gonna use right away because I have to, treat the hair again after the whole lice thing. Have to treat the hair again in a week. I'm gonna wait till after that. Just to make sure, you know. But at least I got a new cap, which is nice. Very, very nice. There's a little bit of a time gap in the vlog, guys, and that's because I've just been sitting and watching some stuff with Victoria, and we were down buying some stuff. I bought a new battery pack for my I had a rechargeable battery thing for my Xbox 360 controller, but apparently if you don't use your controller for a long ass time, the batteries break. Okay, you can't recharge them or anything. I've had that happen to 3 or 4 of my batteries now. You know, so I went to GameStop and I bought their, you know, they have really cheap ones instead of buying the original Microsoft batteries. So yeah, so I bought one of those, which are pretty cheap in comparison. I think they're way under half price actually. So yeah, I bought some of those because if the batteries die due to the fact that I don't play all that much on my Xbox, I'm pretty much only using the Xbox for Netflix, right? So there's no point to buy, you know, there's no point in buying the really expensive batteries. You know, I don't know if, I actually think that the GameStop ones are just as good. I might be mistaken. If any of you guys know anything about it, leave me a comment. But I think the GameStop ones are just as good, to be honest. So so yeah, because I've had both the original ones and the GameStop ones, and all of them dies if you don't use the batteries for, let's say, half a year or something. Batteries are dead. You can't charge them up again. It'll say it's charging, and then all of a sudden it'll say, hey, the battery is charged, fully charged, but it's not. We were watching a movie, Victoria and me, and then she wanted to watch My Little Pony again from the start, because she's gone through all the episodes twice. Yeah, Victoria, there's this up in the Playland thing, there's these gumball machines, right? And you could buy, you know, some princess stuff in those. So Victoria, she got to get 2 of those, and it was actually the same one she got both times. So she got 2 of the same thing, and I let Noah do the same thing. There's this, I don't know what the hell it was. I think it was some what's it called? I don't know, some Pokemon or whatever stuff. It was some Nintendo DS, you know, the pens that you use on the DS. Oh yeah, bank update. I went to the bank. Totally forgot about this, for the vlog at least. So I went to the bank. They checked up on the amount that was reserved, that was put in reserve. And it was that company. They haven't withdrawn them yet, but I thought they were locked in until the 27th last month. No, they're locked into the 27th this month. So since they haven't withdrawn the money from my account, they're just reserved for them. And if they don't collect them by the 27th, I'll get the money back. Now, if the guys would be so cruel as to, you know, withdraw the money from my bank, they would have done it by now. So yeah, so that's good. There was something else I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, I can't remember. I think it was actually you, Scasius, that made a comment, or someone else, about this whole thing with Victoria getting the lice, or head lice, or whatever the fuck that was called. Someone was saying in the comments that was called lice, just lice, but whatever. That it must have been expensive to get that stuff. Yes, it was very expensive to get all that stuff. And I actually bought 2, like, for both treatments. I bought for the treatment she's gonna have on Monday as well. And there was just enough, barely enough. Well, there was enough in the first bottle or spray that I bought, so that I can treat myself on Monday. And then the next bottle I'm gonna send, because Victoria, she's gonna be picked up by her grandparents on Friday. So I'm gonna give her that stuff along, and then tell them that Victoria needs to get her head, or her hair, not her head treated, her hair treated with that shit on Monday. And by Monday, I think Victoria's gonna be home at her mom's again, so here's me crossing my fingers that she'll actually fucking do it. If not, I'm gonna get pissed. Because, yeah. But yeah, the reason I paid for it is just in case her mom wouldn't have the money for it or something like that. I want to make sure that Victoria gets that stuff treated, gets it out of her hair, and so that's why I actually paid for it. Because I want to make sure that shit gets treated. That's just how it is. And if I didn't buy it, I wouldn't be sure that it was getting treated. Trust me. So yeah, moving on. What the hell is going on with my PC today? 2 times today, my PC has rebooted. Both times when I've been surfing the net. Now it happened the other day, like 4 days ago or something like that. My PC rebooted on its own. Just all of a sudden, I just double clicked on Firefox. PC rebooted. Now today it did it when I was on YouTube in Firefox. Yet again, a Firefox thing. Then I started using Google Chrome. After that happened today. And then all of a sudden, it happened again. I'm thinking maybe it's a virus or something. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking that it could be a virus. Or file corruption or some shit like that. So I might have to reinstall my entire operating system. Which kind of sucks. But yeah, it only seems to happen when I'm surfing the internet, which kind of makes me think that it's has something to do with the virus and the internet. When I use an internet browser. The last time it happened here, I wasn't on YouTube. I was just on the Blizzard forums, seeing if there's any blue pushers that had posted anything in regards of the WoW errors we've been having, and then all of a sudden, PC just restarts. We're gonna see if this is gonna impact my live streaming tonight, which gonna fucking suck. Because I want to stream tonight. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. And then, if it happens still tonight, I will start tonight with the with backing up my C drive, and then yeah, because it's not a heat issue. It's not a heating issue. That's not why it's rebooting. That's for sure. So yeah, I'm thinking either data corruption or virus. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, okay? I just tried to play a few games of Blacklight just to make sure it wasn't a heat issue, since the PC had rebooted twice within an hour, right? And nothing. I could play just fine. So it seems to be related to the internet, when I go on the internet. So I'm guessing it has to be either file corruption or a virus. Since now I play the game, so it's definitely not a heat issue. So it has to be a virus or something. We're gonna try to possibly do a scan of my system. And also, if you guys know anything about any malicious stuff that's or any viruses that are running around, where there's like that that makes your PC shut down or reboot, let me know in the comments. I remember, I think it was like 8 years ago, something like that, maybe 9 years ago. Yeah, it's a long time ago, but that was when the worms started coming out. Now my phone's ringing. What the fuck? That was my mom. Apparently she got herself a cell phone. She wanted to try to give me a call because she figured out on her own how to, code my name and my number into her cell phone. It's like, fucking hell, technology, and cell phone's been out for ages. My mom gets a cell phone now, apparently. But yeah, what I was talking about before is that I remember there were certain worms floating about some years ago. It seems like ages ago, but it's like 8 or 6 or 7 or something like that years ago. There's some worms that got your PC to shut down as well, or reboot. Was annoying as hell. So if you guys know anything about any worms or whatever being out there with a tool, because I remember back then there was just this one tool you downloaded, double clicked on it, and it just scanned your PC and removed. It was like a quick scan because it knew exactly where those worms were on your PC. So it just scanned and just found them all. I just can't remember what that tool was, but I think that was only for that one worm. That was really, really annoying. But if you guys know anything about anything that's going on on the internet with viruses or worms or whatever, let me know in the comments, okay? Because yeah, I have an antivirus program and it hasn't picked up on anything. Having said that, I'm using something called Avira, A-V-I-R-A, okay? And I probably should be using something else. That's a free program as well. It's always been good in the past, but maybe Avast Avast is gonna be better. I don't know. Let me know in the comments as well. I'm gonna start making backup of my C drive tonight, I guess, or after the stream, or during the night. I'm probably gonna set it all to transfer overnight, and then tomorrow I'll see when this vlog comes up what you guys have to say in the comments. I'm now doing a complete scan of my PC. I just used something called W32 Blaster Worm Fix tool thing from Symantec to see if I had the Blaster Worm virus, because that's a virus that shuts off your PC as well, or reboots it. It wasn't that. So I'm just scanning, and I've gotten how many warnings? 23 warnings. 23 warnings. So that means I'm gonna keep it scanning until it's done. And it's saying now it's only 11%, but that's because it's going through a lot of program files where there's a lot of small files and blah 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 blah. So I should have been streaming right now. Not the case. I'm gonna wait until this is done, then I'm gonna boot up the stream. Probably gonna be streaming some Blacklight tonight. Probably, because I don't know what else I should stream. There's a lot of people that there's some from the streams like, hey, stream some League of Legends, but here's a little twist to that. Not that many shows up to watch League of Legends at all. There's actually more people that shows up to watch Bloodline Champions. And there isn't that many that shows up to watch Bloodline Champions either. I really would love to stream some more Bloodline, but oh well. But yeah, I'm gonna let that finish and then I'm gonna start the stream. And I don't know, I feel like today's been pretty uneventful. I should have uploaded the 16th episode of the Blaze of Time Let's Play today, but I didn't. So I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow and then have one up on Friday and stuff. Then I'm probably gonna have a lot of those episodes batch rendered out throughout the night till Friday or something as well, and then I'm gonna probably upload a bunch of them. Just get them all uploaded toward the end here, because we're halfway through the Let's Play already. Because it's gonna be a 32. There's 32 episodes total. So I wasn't far off when I said I think it's gonna be around a 30 episode Let's Play, huh? But it is nighttime. Victoria's in bed, so there's nothing else going on other than me sitting down streaming. So click the annotations up top to navigate back and forth in the vlogs as usual, and click like. That would help me out a whole lot. And leave me a comment about this whole PC thing, if it could be a virus, if you know that there's something circulating around the internet, some worm or something like that. And yeah, take care guys, and let's see if she wants to say night night. God damn you!
Night night!
Yeah! There you go.
Night night.
Extra tickles, extra tickles, extra tickles. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle! 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 Come on, you little rascal. Come on. She's gonna be giving me beatings with that little puny book. Ah, that actually hurt. Anyways, even that's that big, that small. God damn you! Yeah. Oh, under the arm, under the arm. Oh, the book in the mouth. Anyways, guys, take care, have fun, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.